think it's safe to say I'm pretty much a LeBron fan. What's good, YouTube? It's AMM back again with another video, and today we've got another sneaker review for you. And I'm sure you're wondering, with all these LeBron sneakers and this picture right behind me of LeBron, what we might be talking about today. Well, guess what? That's right, you were right. We're talking today about the LeBron 18s in the Sisterhood colorway. Now, of course, before we get into the video and talk about everything LeBron related and LeBron 18 related, as always, I want to say thank you to those that are watching, that are subscribed, and thank you to you if you are new to the channel. Please make sure that you go on ahead and hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, once the video is done, or even if right now you're enjoying yourself, go on ahead and hit that like button as well. Please be sure to go on ahead and look down below. There are a few links that I want you to check out. First of all, there's my music Instagram, that's right there. There's also my sneaker Instagram, that's right there, Photography23. There is also a few links that you can go on ahead and click to check out my music on Apple Music, Spotify, and any other streaming platforms that you use. Like I said, now that we got all that out of the way, let's talk about these amazing beauties right here. That's right, the LeBron 18. Now this sneaker right here, I can't say enough about it. I mean, just look at the materials on it. It's a really high quality sneaker, a lot of great tech on the sneaker, and I'm excited to go over every single aspect of this sneaker. I mean, it's bright and it stands out and it shouts LeBron, it screams LeBron, and it's definitely a banger, honestly. And everything about this sneaker is just amazing, right down to the details. So the first thing that I want to say is these have a full-length zoom unit. As you can see too, it has a max air unit in the back, following the trend of the LeBron 17s. As you can see right here, the max unit in the back, which honestly I've played in these, and I can tell you right now that at least from comfort alone, because I haven't had a chance to play in these yet, mainly because, I mean, look at this color. I definitely don't want to get it dirty, to be quite honest with you. Probably get another colorway to go on ahead and play in. I can tell that these are going to be great to play in. Recently, as I'm sure you've been following the NBA, and if you haven't, then let me let you know that LeBron has been wearing the Zoom Ambassadors and other sneakers instead of the LeBron 18s. I'm not sure as to the reason why, and many of us don't know the specific reason why he is deciding not to wear the LeBron 18s, but he did use them, as you can see, in his championship run last year, which is the main reason why I got this colorway here. It was a sneaker that was predominant. It was one of the first that was shown on court, at least. It was a sneaker that he used to close the deal, seal the deal, in Game 6 of the 2020 NBA Finals. As you can see in the picture behind me, he's using them to celebrate his 4th championship ring, which I'm sure a lot of you haters out there are going to say LeBron needed help, LeBron needed AD, LeBron wouldn't be nothing without D-Wade, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I don't care. Give this man his respect. Give this man his crown. Give this man his flowers. He deserves respect. I mean, he is honestly one of the best basketball players to have ever lived. Now, regardless of what you personally feel about him, I don't think you can deny the stats, and they speak for themselves. I mean, the man just reached 35,000 career points. Although it came at a loss, he's one of 3 players to ever have done it. And not only that, he's 36 effing years old. I mean, I get it. That's not really that old when you think about it in terms of age, but in basketball years, and especially with the mileage that this guy has, the fact that he's still high flying out there on the court and even getting better, hitting deep threes, and just, I don't know, seems to be getting way better than what he used to be before. It's like the saying with wine that I guess would apply to him. It gets better with age. So shout out to LeBron, and a lot of kudos to LeBron for making it this far in his NBA career. Getting back into the sneakers though, as you can see, I have very different LeBrons up here. I've had more LeBrons in the past. I've had what I guess would be considered now the LeBron 1s. I've had all the way up from the 7s to the, well, I'm here at 18 now. I've had everything in between. And I gotta be honest with you though, there's one LeBron that I just didn't like, from looks to the way that it felt. I went up a size, down a size, true to size, and it never worked out for my foot. And it's a sneaker that honestly I maybe will get one somewhere down the line just to have it in the LeBron lineage collection. But other than that, I probably won't wear it all that much, and I didn't like the way it performed, and that's going to be the LeBron 13 for me. I'm sure a lot of you would agree with me. Just wanted to, I guess, get that out there and let it be known. The LeBron 13 for me is something that I didn't enjoy. I guess I have to let it be known, because in case people are thinking that I love LeBron so much and I could never say anything bad about this man, there you go. I said something bad about one of his sneakers. Does that make you feel better? Having said that, having used different LeBrons to actually play basketball, having tried on different LeBrons for casual wear, I think the LeBron 18s are going to be something that will honestly be special. So first of all, let's get into the whole point of why it's called Sisterhood to begin with. Now, the dub of Sisterhood, well, that has to do with the fact that there are a lot of powerful female athletes out there right now making their lane, paving the way for future generations that are coming along. That's what this sneaker stands for right here. It's about showing that dominant force that the female athletes, that impact that they're having in the world, in the community today, in the community of sports, and representing that through a shoe and giving it a design and giving it a voice. And I think what's cool about that is that in our sneakerhead community, we do have a lot of female sneakerheads out there that are paving the way as well and showing that it's cool for females to wear sneakers and have sneakers. Yeah, they might have their red bottoms, but it's pretty dope too when a girl has a pair of J's or a pair of Nikes that she's able to go on ahead and rock to as well with any outfit. It's also important to me in the sense that I have 2 daughters that I'm bringing up and raising, hoping one day maybe they get into sports, and if they don't get into sports, that they use their voices and that they're able to use the education that we're providing for them in order to become great people as well in their community and in society. And that sisterhood bond does mean a lot to me due to that. If they happen to play sports and if they happen to play basketball, I'll be sure to go on ahead and teach them the right way, show them footage of LeBron, my main man right here, and be sure to help them dominate as best as I can on the court. And one of the ways that we will go on ahead and do that is by striving for greatness. Ha ha, see what I did there? Probably not, unless you're a LeBron fan, and if you are, shout out to you. Getting back to these 18s, the tongue is probably one of the least favorite parts for not just myself, but a lot of people. The material on it's not necessarily a plastic material, it's more of a foam fused material, but it just does seem to ride up a little high and probably can dig up into your shin. So I would say that would be one of the complaints that people have about this pair. Other than that, you also have the battle knit material once again that they went ahead and started with the 15s, which as you can see I have as well, and that's where that material started, and they continue to use it. I'm excited to see what they do with the LeBron 19s if they continue to use that material moving forward. We also have here what would be hair units in the tongue, but they don't really do anything, to be honest with you. It's more of an aesthetic part of the sneaker that they went ahead and added into it. You also got here LJ symbol on the heel tab, and if you look really good and compare it to one of the first LeBrons that were ever made, which would be the LeBron 1, I guess, it has a very, very close resemblance to that, and I'm sure that that was intentional and Nike knew what they were doing there with that. You also have here the famous, very famous Lion LeBron James logo right here on the tongue in one of the bubble units, and I think that's a pretty cool feature that they were able to go on ahead and add into the sneaker. Thankfully, the lacing system is a lot easier this time around. It's nothing like the LeBron 17 lacing system. This system here is a lot easier to use, has a lot more functionality, and personally I enjoy it a lot better, and I hope that they continue to use a very, very plain lacing system like this here. Now the outsole pattern is definitely not your typical pattern, but it definitely will do the job. It's not like the LeBron 17s where you have the different directional pads, I guess you could say, but as you can see here, it does split up in the middle the sections are a lot bigger and do help with, I guess, stabilization. I haven't really played in these yet, so I can't really give you that much of a performance review on them. This is more of a review on the look and the materials and a preview of what I'm hoping would be a great basketball sneaker, at least for me. In terms of sizing, what you have with the shoe, I went ahead and got my true to size. Now, I could go down half a size if I wanted my toes to be right up in the front of the sneaker, but I don't necessarily like that when it comes to casual use. Sometimes for basketball, I'll go on ahead and get a sneaker if I feel that it's more comfortable for me to have my toes right up front. But for this pair here, I went ahead and went true to size, so that was 8.5 for me, and it fits pretty good. It's comfortable. It was an easy fit. No breaking time, to be honest with you. It was something that I was able to go on ahead and just get my foot into and use right away if I wanted to do so. Now, if you're looking to use it for basketball purposes, I think that's great, because you really don't want to have that break-in time, because sometimes it's honestly annoying. It does help in terms of shaping to your foot and getting used to the sneaker, but I think honestly not having that break-in time with these is going to be great. But if you have a different experience, please let me know down below. I'd be happy to see what your experience is, especially if it comes to actually using them for basketball and getting your thoughts on it. Hear what you think, not only about the break-in time for the sneaker, if you had some, but to get your thoughts on and feedback on using it for basketball purposes. Another difference compared to other Lebrons is that you have this very sleek and narrow forefoot area. A lot of times with Lebrons, there's a lot of spacing up here up in the front, and that's most likely due to LeBron setup. I mean, the sneaker is designed for LeBron, so a lot of us casual basketball players won't have the need for the same setup. I mean, me being a guard, this isn't really necessarily a shoe that would be for me. This would be more for somebody that's an explosive big man, that type of player that's going to be up and down the court dunking. Unfortunately for me, I cannot dunk. Maybe one day, but right now I can't do any dunking. But I think what's cool about it is the fact that it has that sleek, narrow forefoot area, and in this area right here along the toes is definitely going to provide a lot more provide more of a one-to-one feel than it usually does with some LeBron models. It also says, as for LeBron 18, that pretty much covers it. Let me know if you have any feedback at all about the LeBron 18s. Give me your experiences with the LeBron 18s, and I'd be happy to talk about all that with you below in the comments area and get into a full discussion on the LeBron 18s. If you were able to grab a pair, were you able to grab a pair when they originally released, or did you wait and grab them through StockX or GOAT, or did you happen to get lucky like I did, like you just recently did a I don't know what you would call it. I guess they just restocked them, but it had a special name to it, which right now I don't remember. A special event that they had, I was able to go on ahead and cop this pair. They did release some other pairs on there of other LeBron models, but this pair, it always stood out to me. It was something that I always wanted, and I was waiting for resale to go down, but that was not happening, so I just went ahead and bought this pair at retail. So not bad if you ask me. For the price that I got it for, I think it's a great sneaker, and I'm looking forward to using it and getting more out of it. So as always, be sure to let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video and your thoughts on the LeBron 18s, or if you want to talk about anything LeBron related, please feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media platforms in the comment below or anywhere else. Once again, this is AMM. Thank you for watching the video, and if you liked all of the video, please be sure to go on ahead and hit that like button for me. Would really appreciate it, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and after you subscribe that you go into the channel, click on the notification bell. That way you're notified every single time that I go on ahead and upload a video, and make sure that you stay tuned. As always, YouTube, thanks. I'm out.